Everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast here on Rio Sports Live as the Pony International World Series coverage from McAllen, Texas continues here this afternoon with this matchup, the 16 and under championship game between the Xtreme Heat and Chihuahua. Xtreme Heat went undefeated through pool play and bracket play and are sitting in the control button position as they are the home team and pitching, and the first pitch is underway, and that's in there for strike one, and away we go. By being in the position of the undefeated, the higher seed, a win by Xtreme Heat in this one captures a championship. A loss, and they still have to be beaten a second time. Pitch number 2 is outside for ball 1, 1-1 to count. Pitcher is Mia Ferrer. Out there in the circle for the Xtreme Heat. Her catcher today is Kalissa Izagiri. The first hitter at the plate is Aaliyah Medrano. 1-1 pitch, way high, ball 2. Back to the screen. And that just sent our camera into no man's land. We'll get it back here in just a moment. She's not center, but we'll center her in a moment. Leadoff hitter from the left-hand side takes one just outside. Ball 3 the count to Aaliyah Medrano. Suzette Rodriguez on deck. Maita Velo, the 3 hitters to start it off for Chihuahua. They're in the green uniforms with the green and red traditional colors. There's a pop foul out of play, and the count evens it or takes it full to 3-2. Ruben Rodriguez to my left-hand side. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. And you see here the battle ensuing in this one. Chihuahua, what a wild ride they've had to get to this game. We'll talk about that on the fly. Medrano waits, swings, hits it on a line. And that's caught in center field for the first out by Sofia Garza. Hard hit ball by Medrano. But Garza able to reel it in. This Heat team consists of players that have been playing together for 10 years. Their travels through pony play when they last played there. We'll get to that. Here's a pitch. Bunted in the air. Over the pitcher. That's going to be a base hit for Suzette Rodriguez.
Miscue there on the Xtreme Heat infield. They just find the spot. Chihuahua with the runner on first to start things off here in the top of the first inning.
Chihuahua got here. Talk about their ride. First of all, the game before this one, just to get here, ended in just a crazy ending, in which they had a comfortable lead. It went away. Tying run was at third base. The potential winning run was on base as well, when a strikeout ended the game to propel them into this championship game. And that's not the first come from behind for this team, Ruben.
Yeah, I know. On Friday night, we covered Chihuahua against Texas Thundersticks out of San Antonio, and Thundersticks jumped out to an early lead as the ball goes foul. But I spoke to the head coach here, Coach Yvonne, for Chihuahua. He told me that this team has relied off pure comeback, and as long as they know there's time on their side, they can play it calm. They just got to play. They say they want to play the game one at a bat at a time, working their way up forward, and they pull off that comeback to win 5-3 and a walk-off.
Runner down there at first base for Chihuahua. Back ready to pitch is Farah. And Velo waits, showed a bunt, pulled it back, runner goes, throw down there is in plenty of time, and out at second base. Out stealing as Kalissa Izagiri came up throwing, and that beat the runner by 2 or 3 steps, and in softball that's a heck of a throw.
An incredible throw here by Xtreme Heat's catcher, Kalissa Izagiri, firing a miss on down to second well ahead of time, probably 2 seconds before the runner even made it.
There's a high fly ball into second base, and that is the way this inning comes to an end. For Chihuahua, they'll have no runs, 1 hit. Runner erased on the base paths trying to steal, so nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. The Heat, who ran the table. No one's beaten them yet. And they'll hit for the first time in this game right after this. This is Rio Sports Live.
Arlington Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K-3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Hey! Back here on Rio Sports Live, Chihuahua out on the field. And they'll send out to pitch in this ball game. Dulce Ontiveros. And Ruben has an interesting fact about this Chihuahua team, as they are the only team, sir.
Yes, Chihuahua here out of Chihuahua City, Chihuahua, which is about a good 16-hour drive. But they didn't come alone. Besides their family and friends, they bought an extra teammate, a little stuffed pig they named Toby. They picked them up in a truck stop in Chihuahua before the bus filled up before they departed for the tournament here. And it's been traveling ever since. It's a little stuffed pig with the Mexican flag wrapped on its back, red and green war paint on the eyes. And they say they travel every go. Before every time they take the field defensively, it's always a touch on the head. Before they step up to the on-deck circle, it's a touch on the head. And again, they're the only team here to hold a distinction with the mascot, a team mascot. We'll get a photo uploaded on Real Sports Live social media for y'all to see that. But it's an exciting little feature for Chihuahua.
It is. The Xtreme Heat, meanwhile, have been running the table. Now, this team has been, you talk about experience, 10 years playing together. In pony competition in 2017, they were the runner-ups when that was played in Laredo. 2019, which was the last time they played in pony competition, they ended up taking third place. That was in Louisiana. And now they find themselves in the championship game. And in the control seat, a win and it's all over. A loss and they can still win a championship because the Chihuahua would have to beat them twice. Kalissa Izagiri stands in. First pitch to her is ball one, and away we go in the bottom of the first. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you are. Share the link, follow our page, like our page. As a strike is in there. And for those that are in the business of doing so, my wife says to make sure I throw in, send us some stars on our Facebook to help us do what we're doing. There's a ball low, ball 2-1 to Izagiri. Izagiri will be followed by Emma Galvan and then Miranda Pantaleon. Anyone gets on, Mia Pedraza would hit today in this first inning. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless game. And the Xtreme Heat hitting. There's a strike called in there, taking all the way. And taking the count, or running the count to 2-2 is Kalissa Izagiri.
And prior to this matchup, Chihuahua faced off against the Del Rio Nitro. Again, you mentioned earlier they slipped away from that lead on a 4-3, but runners on first and third, they get a big strikeout.
Hard hit ball, base hit into left field for Izagiri, and that's the way it starts for the Heat. Kalissa Izagiri with a solid single. A good at bat. Managed to work the count through 2-2. Saw some pitches and then drove one into left field, and that brings up Emma Galvan.
Xtreme Heat with the well advantage in their favor again, playing together for 10 years. They've built that team chemistry. They're playing in front of a capacity crowd and next to the third base dugout.
Galvan bunts it. It's a beauty. Nobody covers first. Everybody's safe. 2 aboard for the Heat. That'll go as a bunt single. And the first 2 have reached for the Xtreme Heat. brings up Miranda Pantaleon.
2 at-bats, 2 hits here for the Xtreme Heat, looking to go to work early in the bottom of the first inning. Again, they're riding on team chemistry and a huge home crowd.
She's playing third base today, takes ball 1, and that gets away. Runner's going to move up to second and third. And now a scoring opportunity sitting right here for the Heat to start this off. This team also comprised of 5 players that played at the varsity level for Westaco this past season. And many of these players are going to be in position to join the ranks of a top team in the area. 5 of the players are on this 16 and under team. They'll be back already, we know that. And more of them will join the ranks.
Of course, Westaco running the table in 32 6A softball. An exceptional performance into the state tournament here, the Elite 8.
There's a ball low. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, reaching the Elite 8 as a young squad. That's what the scary part is for the coaches that have to worry about how do we get past Westaco next year. There's a high pop-up on the infield. That is caught by the third baseman for the first out, as Monica Loya is able to put that away. It's not an infield fly rule with first base unoccupied on that pop-up. Otherwise, you would see that in play. One down. And Mia Pedraza will stand in. First pitch to Pedraza. Shows a bunt. That is a foul ball. 2 aboard here for the Heat. The first 2 reached. They're now down at second and third with 1 out. Sofia Garza on deck. Pedraza at the plate. She's the EP today on the lineup for this Xtreme Heat. There's a ground ball foul down the third base side and a quick 2-strike count. And Dulce Altaveras would like to get a strikeout here with 2 aboard, both of them in scoring position.
And but she has her hands full against a tough Xtreme Heat squad who've been having a productive bottom of the first inning. Again, first 2 hitters pick up hits. 2 runners already in scoring position at 5, and now Mia Pedraza again digging in.
Pedraza stands in. Here it comes. Swing and a foul ball. Count stays at 0-2. A single, a pop out. Sandwich in between that, a pass ball.
And Pedraza here trying to extend this powerhouse run so far for the Xtreme Heat in the bottom of the first. Very productive inning.
Pitch coming. Pedraza swings, hits it hard. A ton down the left field line. That's going to curve foul. I haven't seen any home runs on this field. I didn't see any on Thursday. I don't think you saw any on Friday, Saturday.
You saw one yesterday, but it was an inside the park home run, but
nothing over that left field fence.
No, because you mentioned earlier, Joe, with this win, if you want to hit a ball, you have to crush it.
Pedraza hits it on the ground. Throw to first. Runner breaks. Here she comes. Play at the plate. Safe there. 1-0 Heat lead. Goes as a fielder's choice and an RBI for Pedraza. As Izagiri comes in to score, the other runner down to third base. Let's watch on our Josh Moody replay screen. Pitcher did about everything she could. Tried to look that runner back. Would have taken a perfect throw to get her out at home. There's a little ground ball to second, throw to first, out there. And the inning comes to an end. But for the Heat, they'll score a run and take a lead as we head to the second. 1-0 is your score. The 16 and under championship game of the 2022 Pony International World Series, hosted here in McAllen, will continue after this, and this is Real Sports Live.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world.
Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Josh Moody.
Appreciation to the San Benito EDC for being one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. As we are in the top of the second inning, 1-0 your score between Weslaco. I knew I was going to say it. This is the Heat, the Xtreme Heat, out of Weslaco. They're purple and white. All the colors are right. The team has got several fans wearing the W. This is not a total Weslaco team. There's an Ed Calchelsa girl on there. They lead 1-0. Second inning rolls around. Dulce Ontiveros will stand in. She'll be batting for the first time. She's a cleanup hitter and the pitcher today for Chihuahua. She takes ball one.
Tiberos, Rodriguez, Aliana Frias, Sanchez, 4-5-6. The heart of the lineup due up for Chihuahua. Already down a run after allowing one to come in the bottom half of the first inning.
Camera froze up there. Hang tight, fans, and we'll get that fixed right now.
Ball goes foul here on Deucel. Tivendios evens up the count at 1-1.
Back to action. 1-1 the count. Next pitch coming. Way high, ball two, and we saw in warm-ups between the two innings, Mia Fetter was taking her warm-ups, and Ruben, she was missing badly out of the strike zone. Everything way up, and I'm talking 5 feet up above home plate.
And it could be a chance that she's not trying to work herself too much in between innings, just trying to get her arm and keep her arm loose in a sense and just saving her energy all for the game.
Misses that one for ball 3. And again, one of those pitches was high enough that the umpire was standing facing away from the pitcher's mound, and it went sailing over his head. Got his attention for sure. And I'll tell you what that does sometimes. Here's the 3-1. Strike call in the inside corner. Ontiveros thought she had coaxed a walk. Sometimes you can plant a seed in umpire as a pitcher and not even realize you did it. Throw a pitch so wide and so high that it nearly hits an umpire, and then your close pitches, sometimes you don't get the call. There's ball 4 in the dirt, and that's an easy call. Runner makes a turn at first. You said it earlier that Chihuahua, among the teams from Mexico, have been using a lot of small ball, Ruben. So when the ball does get away, you have to be on your toes. They will try to take that second base if they get a chance.
Again, the quote Mexico City head coach Alfonso Camacho, he's the one who had told me earlier the game is chess, not checkers for all the Mexico squads. And I guess all these teams, they've taken a page out of each other's books because everyone, we've seen Mexicali, we've seen Culiacan, Chihuahua, and Mexico City have all been playing the small ball, and you see it works the way here.
Valerio Rodriguez at the plate. Bunts, fouls it back, strike one. 0-1. The wind picks up even more.
Chihuahua riding on Mexicali's win last night in the 14U division. Mexicali defeats Culiacan 7-3 to capture the championship. 2 more titles up for grabs, 16U and 18U.
Next pitch coming in. That one gets away. Runner down to second base. Ball 1 the count, 1-1. And now that tying run down at second base for Chihuahua.
I mentioned earlier, Joe, Mia Ferrer took some unusually high pitches in her warm-up in between innings, and Now it starts to be a cause for concern when some balls start to come into play here and bases start becoming allowed.
Rodriguez, the catcher, stands in, waits, swings, pops it up. And it's caught by the second baseman. That ball was blown all over the infield, ended up tracked down in the circle by Emma Galvan for the first out of the inning. One down, runner down at second. And Daylana Pires Sanchez stands in. First pitch to her, ball low.
Daylana Frias Sanchez, hitter number 6 in his Chihuahua lineup of 11.
That's low, ball 2. Little bonus here on the fly. We'll let Ruben take some play-by-play when Chihuahua is at the plate and deliver that in Spanish. And I'll continue in English for those that are tuning in. If you're ready, it's a 3-0 count on Sanchez. Take the play-by-play.
3 bolas, 0 strikes over Sanchez aquí abriendo la segunda entrada, corredor en segunda para Dulce Ontiverios, quien se envasó después por base por bolas y ahora viene una junta en el montículo para Westlaco, el Xtreme Heat de Westlaco.
Meanwhile, Westlaco having the meeting out there in the mound, or the center circle that is. Pitcher, catcher talking things over again. We saw some difficulties during warm-ups between the first and second inning, in which pitcher Mia Fetter had trouble.
Por la 3 bolas, 0 strikes y cae por un strike. La bola medio bajo, pero sí encuentra la zona del strike zone. 3 bolas, 1 strikes. Un out aquí en alta segunda entrada, corredor en segunda para Chihuahua. La carrera de empate en segunda. Aquí viene el lanzamiento, 3-1. Batazo elevado para área de foul.
Ball goes foul out of play. Anything hit in the air behind home plate, the wind is blowing so hard, it's going to take it into the screen. And so that takes the count to 3-2.
Un saludo especial para la gente mirando desde Chihuahua, México. Mucho gusto aquí por tenernos en la transmisión aquí en Rio Sports Live en vivo de McAllen, Texas, el campeonato 16U en la serie mundial internacional. Cuenta máxima aquí para Diana Frías Sánchez. Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Y bajo y otro base por bolas. Segundo base por bolas aquí para Chihuahua. Ontiverio se queda en segunda. Y ahora la carrera de ventaja en primera en Diana Frías Sánchez.
Second walk of the inning. 2 base runners. 3 base runners in the game, but 2 here in this inning. As now suddenly Chihuahua has something going here, trailing 1-0.
Ahora entra Marisol Peña en primera base para Chihuahua. El lanzamiento bajo en la tierra. Los corredores avanzan en segunda y tercera. Y la carrera de empate ahora en tercera base para Chihuahua.
Walks and now a pass ball. Runners in scoring position down at second and third. And Federer continues to struggle being consistent in the strike zone here in this second inning.
La cuenta 1 bola, 0 strikes para Marisol Peña. Hoy que está en primera base en la ofensiva para Chihuahua. Lanzamiento muy bajo para 2 bolas, 0 strikes.
Still out of the strike zone. She started by throwing a lot of pitches high. Then you counter that. Now everything low, trying to find a rhythm.
Lanzamiento muy elevado, 3 bolas, 0 strikes.
See there, back upstairs. Her struggle's not left to right. This is up and down, trying to find that strike zone.
Mia Ferrer batallando poquito en el montículo para el Xtreme Heat. Lanzamiento alto. Y bola 4 y ahora dos bases por bolas consecutivos y casa llena aquí hoy para Chihuahua.
No hits in the inning, but the bases now loaded on the walks, and that will get the coach to come out and talk things over. Ruben, you can see that it started in warm-ups. Now you miss that badly, it gets like everyone's attention. It certainly got my attention. And it gets people's attention that, okay, something mechanically is not right on finding that strike zone. And then a couple of batters in, now 3 in this case, all 3 reaching by walk. You got to find out what that is, what that hitch is that's preventing that easy, fluent motion that a pitcher usually gets into.
Yeah, Maria Ferrer, she was taking warm-ups. At first, the theory I had was that, okay, maybe she was just lobbing the ball over to keep her arm warm during in between innings. And that way, when she's ready to pitch, she's going to be going back to normal. And now she's faced 4, and 3 of the 4 have walked. It was Ontiverios, who's now at third. Daliana Frias Sanchez now at second, and Marisol Peña, who just walked the first. And some cause for concern, and looks like the coach is going to keep for their end. Maybe some just words of encouragement. Let's see if it does the trick.
Again, bonus coverage here. Compliments of Mr. Bilingual sitting next to me, Ruben Rodriguez, being able to transition from English to Spanish, giving the Spanish viewers a chance to get the play-by-play en español.
Entre Victoria Ortiz, la segunda base, lanzamiento cae por un strike. Después de una conferencia en el montículo, pienso que sí sale en efecto. And Joe just said that looks like whatever happened, whatever was said in that meeting did the trick as a strike was fired in.
Sometimes all it takes is a trip to the mound.
Cuenta 0-1 y abanica un lanzamiento elevado, 0 bola, 2 strikes.
That time Loya helped her out. Monica Loya, the third baseman today, swung at that one. That was probably high for a ball, but she went after it. Oh, check that. This is Ortiz.
Victoria Ortiz en segunda base hoy para Chihuahua. 0 la cuenta. Abanica, strike 3. El primer punch out hoy para Mia Ferrer. Y ahora cae el segundo out.
That's a way that you call a pitcher getting well. Coming right back, 3 strikes through the zone, send a batter back. That may be all it takes to settle down Ferrer.
A big out here, Joe. Casi entra Mónica Loya en tercera base hoy para Chihuahua. Lanzamiento bajo y cerca, una bola, 0 strikes.
If I'm the Chihuahua coach, I'm saying take a few pitches. Even if she throws 2 strikes in a row, take a few pitches here. Make sure that she's in comfortable.
Abanica para el lanzamiento elevado, una bola y un strike.
And couldn't lay off that high delivery. It's up around the letters. That's a borderline ball strike count on the call. Chasing it, missing it, makes it an easy call on the umpire side.
Casi en una bola y un strike, 2 outs. Aquí en alta segunda. Muy elevado el lanzamiento, 2 bolas y un strike. Otra vez. Peña en primera base, Sánchez en segunda, Ontiverios en tercera.
Climbing back upstairs on that pitch. Ferrer struggled early in this inning.
Lanzamiento es muy importante hoy para Xtreme Heat. 2 bolas y un strike. Y abanica, igualiza la cuenta, 2 bolas y 2 strikes.
That time she just reached back and went right down the middle and buzzed that one past Loya. A strike away from getting out of this inning, and that would be a big momentum swing for the Xtreme Heat, who are already leading this game 1-0 heading into the second.
Really important pitch coming up, Joe. 2 bolas, 2 strikes. Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Muy bajo y la cuenta se llena. 3 bolas, 2 strikes.
If that wasn't important, here comes the important pitch. The payoff pitch with the bases loaded. Runners will be off on contact.
Medio drama aquí, cuenta llena, 3 bolas, 2 strikes, casa llena, 2 outs aquí en alta segunda. Aquí viene el disparo de Ferrer. Y cae para el punch out. Con casa llena se queda Chihuahua esperando más. Y Mia Ferrer encuentra 2 punch outs aquí para acabar la ventaja de Chihuahua defensivamente.
She really battled on that one. Walk 3, had a conference in the circle, promptly struck out the next 2 to end the inning. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 3 walks, 3 left. We head to the bottom of the second. The Xtreme Heat lead this one by the score of 1-0, the 16 and under. Pony International World Series continues from McAllen after this on Rio Sports Live.
Are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are Eddie Burgella and you're watching.
Back here in Rio Sports Live, that is your correct score, my friends. The Heat on top. Here in this one by the score of 1-0. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. Catherine Charles giving us a shout out on that score alteration. Fans tuning in wherever we're watching the game. Right now I'm checking in on Facebook. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Hard hit ball. Base hit into left field on the first pitch in the second inning. Sophia Garza aboard.
Kira Souza.
Kira Souza with a hit. One pitch, one base runner. Brings in Brianna Cantu. Now, the Heat had a couple of hits to start that first inning, made that pay off, scoring that run, but could have had more if you look back at that inning. Here's a hard hit ball off the third baseman. That'll go into left field. Back-to-back singles on one pitch at bats. Souza, now Cantu aboard.
Hard hit ball there by Brianna Cantu, wasting no time, and Chihuahua giving Xtreme Heat a scare in the top of the second. Looks like they got to bounce back and go on the offensive, and they're doing just that.
2 aboard. Lauren Perez will step in. Perez, a right-handed hitter. She takes ball 1. Just going to say there, you could go uber aggressive in the first 2 swinging at the first pitch. Perez could have maintained status quo and swung as well, but in most cases a pitcher's not going to lay one in there after giving up 2 hard hit ball singles. Jose Ontiveros back out to pitch. Got out of that first inning giving up the 1 run after giving up 2 hits to start it off. Bunt attempt. Did she go around? No indication by the umpire. I think he said she did. Did you catch it?
Say she did go around. I think she just held off. It was close, and they give the signal right there, so it's 2 balls.
That one gets away. Runners will move up.
Souza over now to third. Cantu goes off the second, so the count 3 balls, 1 strike. No strike, excuse me.
3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Big opportunity for the Heat to build on their lead. Perez waits, takes, ball 4. That's a walk, and the bases are loaded.
It's the first walk allowed here by Chihuahua.
Mia Ferrer steps in, and boy, she could help her cause here with the bases loaded. First pitch, takes it. Misses for ball 1.
Top of the second, Mia Ferrer had a very shaky inning. Walked 3 of the 4 first she faced, then she gets 2 strikeouts in unison.
Hits that one hard to third. Step on there, throw to home. Safe there, sliding under the tag. They'll get the out. but the Heat build on the lead. Take a look at our replay, brought to you by Josh Moody Loans. And once a third baseman touched the bag, it turned that into you got to tag her out, and that makes it much more difficult to execute that play.
Runners on first and second. It's going to do called out at third. There's at second for there at first.
Tag out there, throw to first, and a double play. Second baseman hesitated just for a moment and then realized, hey, I can get this double play. In the inning for the Xtreme Heat. 1 run, 2 hits, and now we head to the third. Xtreme Heat leading in this one 2-0. Championship game of the Pony International World Series from McAllen, Texas continues after this on Rio Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Back here and back to pitch is Mia Feder. And the first thing you see is that her warm-ups are in much better locations. So whatever was going wrong at the start of the second inning appears to have been corrected. Secondly, she's got a 2-0 lead. Ruben, it could be a bunch more than that as they start the third.
Yeah, it was a crazy situation. Again, we go back to the top of the second. Ontiverios gets walked. Rodriguez goes down in an F4 pop-up. Fria Sanchez walks and pretty something. Now that walks, loads up the bases. Obviously, if you're an Xtreme Heat fan, that shows some questions and concerns start to arise. Beating in the circle, Ortiz and Loya go down on back-to-back strikeouts. And right now in the warm-ups, Mia Feder looking a lot more cool and collected heading into this top of the third as we'll switch over to the Spanish play-by-play. Regina Ramirez Rodriguez again.
Time call by the umpire. The Chihuahua coach wants to come out. He wants to take a look at the scorebook, it appears.
Regina Rodriguez, Mariana Cisneros y Alía Medrano. 10, 11 y 1 en orden aquí en turno, abriendo la tercera de entradas.
If they're calling the coach in for the Heat, let's talk about this. They're questioning the Heat batted 10, okay? And so by hitting 10, then you can have the extra hitter.
It doesn't matter, right?
So as long as they're a position player, they can bat 10, 9 plus an EP.
Yeah, because they got Izaguirre over at catcher. They got Galvan at second, Panteon at third, Pedraza at EP, Garza in center field, So's at short, Cantu at first, Perez in right field, Ferrer in the circle, and Hinojosa on left. Yeah, they have their 9 position plus the EP.
It is confusing for those of you who aren't used to seeing these type of rules in which a coach has the ability to hit 9, 10, or even 11 under the right circumstances. Players.
Of course, here in high school level and UIO rules, it's the traditional 9-hitter lineups with the flex in, or they'll bat as we go back here. Regina Ramírez Rodríguez empieza aquí en turno, abriendo la tercera entrada. Aquí viene el lanzamiento y cae por un strike. 0 bola y un strike sobre Regina Ramírez Rodríguez.
Same thing. Whatever was wrong with Ferrer early in that second inning appears to have been corrected. Couple of strikeouts and a strike to start here.
Lanzamiento muy dentro, pone a bola, igualiza la cuenta. Un saludo especial a la gente de Chihuahua, ciudad de Chihuahua, México. Bienvenidos a la transmisión aquí en Rio Sports Live. Vivo directo desde McAllen, Texas para la Serie Internacional Sub-16 Campeonato. Batazo que va de foul. Una bola, 2 strikes.
Foul ball goes back behind us over us, and once you hear that, you know that there's another field directly behind us. And those fans have no idea that a ball is heading in their direction. Everyone here with some anxious moments watching as that foul ball sailed over.
Lanzamiento que toca la pierna de Rodríguez. El primer bateador pegado por un lanzamiento, camina a primera.
With the hit batsman, that means that Chihuahua now will have base runners in every inning of this game so far. Had a single in the first inning, the 3 walks in the second, now a hit batsman. So they too have had people on base. They just haven't pushed that run across yet as their final hitter in the lineup stands at the plate.
María Cisneros en jardín central, defensivamente hoy para Chihuahua. Su primer turno al bate. Bateador número 11 en el lineup. Corredor en primera para María Cisneros. Y un toque que va de...
That's a bunt attempt. It gets off the catcher's glove, so that'll allow the runner down to second base. And if you're Chihuahua, you want to get at least 1 run back right here in this third.
Chihuahua team can definitely stack up these runners on base. Lanzamiento, 0 bola, 1 strike. Igualiza la cuenta con una bola. Corredor en segunda, Regina Ramírez Rodríguez, que empezó el turno al bate con la pelota picando en la pierna izquierda. Lanzamiento 1-1. Abanica. 1 bola, 2 strikes para Chihuahua.
She wasn't cheated out of that swing for certain. Cisneros unleashed a big swing, just couldn't catch up with it.
Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Batazo elevado en área de foul y toca la red de seguridad.
Good hustle there by catcher Calissa Izaguirre. Gave chase all the way back. It just glanced off the screen there before she could put that ball in the mitt for the out.
1 bola, 2 strikes, 0 outs aquí abriendo tercera entrada. Piña Ferrer buscando su tercer punch-out. Aquí viene el lanzamiento 1-2. Y lo mira buscando y consigue tercer strikeout.
Pretty pitch, painting the inside corner for her 3rd strikeout of the game. Couldn't put that in any better spot than what she did right there.
Her 3rd strikeout of the day. 2nd, she catches someone looking in the corner. Y viene Lía Medrano. Empezando el line-up, un toque que va de foul. Y en la tercera entrada.
Medrano 0 for 1 on the day. Flied out to center field her first time up.
Primer turno al bate. Un fly out jardín central. Segundo turno aquí, 0 bola y 1 strike. Después del toque va foul. Otro batazo que va foul. Y cae atrás de nosotros.
This is the top of the lineup for Chihuahua. The better hitters right now in place with 1 out. Once again, you're down 2-0. These games don't last long. They're time games. You need to score a run here if you're Chihuahua to get back in this.
0 bola y 2 strikes sobre Lía Medrano. Batazo imparable a jardín central. Los corredores Cervantes en una base y un sencillo para jardín central para Lía Medrano. Y pone la carrera de empate de primera. Una carrera en tercera.
Medrano waited on that pitch, hit it hard, and then talking about weight, Rodriguez on the base pass, Ramirez Rodriguez, had to wait just a bit, and that allowed the left fielder to get to it. So no run across yet, but certainly runners in position to do some damage here for Chihuahua.
Viene Suset Rodríguez. que se envasó con un sencillo en abriendo la primera entrada. Y lo picaron fuera, robando segunda. Lanzamiento que va abajo. Corredor de empate, avanza a segunda base. Medrano en segunda, Rodríguez en tercera.
She showed a bunt on that play as if she was just outright trying to get that run to come across. What it did allow is the runner down to second base.
Rodríguez que se basó en primera temprano. Un sencillo. Un batazo muy elevado sobre jardín central. Jardinero viene. Pisa y corre desde tercera. Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Muy bajo y está safe. Y el pisa y corre sí jala. Rodríguez anota en tercera. Y Chihuahua corta la ventaja en 1.
Strong throw out there by left fielder Daisy Hinojosa. It was a little high. The throw beat the runner. So if that throw's on line, that's another double play rung up here on this field today. But a run across. And the other runner down to third base. Don't get lost there. Now another runner with a chance here with 2 outs to push a run across.
Maite Velo que voló a segunda base hoy. Su primer turno al bate en abriendo la tercera entrada. Medrano sobre tercera, la carrera de empate. Tiene el lanzamiento de Ferrer. Y cae por un strike, 0 bolas en strikes. Y otra vez hicimos Medrano que se basó hace poco con un sencillo jardín izquierdo. Llega hasta tercera, Medrano en tercera hoy, la carrera de empate para Chihuahua.
Maite Velo at the plate. Number 3 hitter in the lineup.
Abanica bola corta. 0 bolas en strikes.
Aggressive swing there. That pitch was way low in the dirt. Nearly got past the catcher. That would have scored a run, by the way. But an aggressive swing puts her in the hole 0-2 with 2 outs.
0 bolas, 2 strikes sobre Maite Velo. Carrera de empate en tercera. Aquí viene el lanzamiento de Ferrer. 0-2. Y abanica. Strike 3 cae. Pero un vuelo de sacrificio de Susel Rodríguez anota Regina Ramírez Rodríguez de tercera. Y la ventaja cortada 1-2-1. Extreme Heat sobre Chihuahua.
2 strikeouts in the inning. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Mia Feder. And she protects the lead, although it's been cut in half. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Extreme Heat leads this one by the score of 2-1, and this is Rio Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Back here on Rio Sports Live, McAllen, Texas. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Ruben, some people to say hello to.
Un saludo para Carnes Arvalo en Chihuahua, México. Saludos aquí desde McAllen, Texas. And a shout out here also from the Lozano family to Homer Cantu, all the way in Doylesville, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Philadelphia. Y otra vez un saludo para Carnes Arvalo en Chihuahua, México. Mucho gusto por tenernos hoy en la transmisión aquí desde McAllen, Texas.
We head to the bottom of the 3rd. The Extreme Heat leading in this game by the score of 2-1. They scored runs in the 1st and the 2nd inning. Single tally each way. Kalissa Izagiri leads it off, and here we go. Ball 1 high. 1 ball, no strikes as Izagiri singled and scored a run. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Bats for a 2nd time today here in the 3rd. Takes that one just out of the strike zone, a little high, 2-0. for the Heat. They've had the leadoff hitter aboard in each of the first and the second inning, trying to go with the three-peat and get a leadoff hitter up here in the third.
Our leadoff singles have been on to left center field.
All three misses. So far in the game, Montalvadas has been pitching. She's allowed 1 walk, 4 hits in the game, the 2 runs scored. Has to come to Izagiri, down 3-0. Right down the middle. Took a little off and just kind of eased that one into the strike zone for a 3-1 count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next one coming. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Izagiri on board for a second time in the day. 5th hit of the game for the Heat.
Hard hit ball, perfectly placed ball, just found the gap, no one inside. Go to hitter number 2, Elma Galvan, who's set to step in.
Base hits continue to ring off of the bats of the Xtreme Heat. 2 hits in the first inning, 2 more in the second inning. Oh, hit here to start the third and ball 1 high. 1-0 the count, reminding you that we do have continued coverage here on this field. The 18 and under championship is scheduled to be played here as well. And then depending on what happens here, 16 and under may be wrapped up here in this game, or we may have to extend it to another. There's a ball high, just a little high. As Galvan showed a bunt, pulled it back, took ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes. Here again, leadoff hitter getting on board, and Calista Seguida. Emma Galvan, again, we mentioned earlier, Joe. 1 for 1 here, single in the bottom of the first inning.
Hits this one on a rope, dead center field. Back center fielder makes the catch. Runner going to have to hurry to get back, and she is just safe there.
Outstanding throw there by Mariana Cisneros. She had to make some series of twists and turns trying to make the out. And once she makes that catch, textbook center fielding, fires the ball back inside, and Executive just beats the throw by a hair.
That's a step off the fence, and you see there on the replay, thank you Josh Moody Loans for providing us our replays here. That was close. 1 down.
Brings in Miranda Pantaleon.
She'll sky that into the third base side foul just over the bag. 1 strike. Chihuahua has been that kind of team, though, that hangs around, keeps the game close, and finds a way to win them, Ruben. So if you're the Heat, you want to build on a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, because, Chihuahua, again, we mentioned earlier, Chihuahua, well, the case here was on Friday. We covered 3 Mexican games back-to-back. It was Culiacan, 14U, 16U, then Chihuahua, 16U in our last 3 games a day. And one common trend we've seen from Mexico, besides the small ball, is that they're the queens of comeback. They pulled comebacks off all 3 games, and they've been on a tear ever since. And if you're going to play against a team like that, known for comebacks,
Pantaleon takes a strike. Go ahead.
You got to build up that run support against them.
Now 2 strikes on Pantaleon. Miranda popped out to third base her first time up. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Mila Pedraza stands in the on-deck circle. Pantaleon trying to move that runner around. Flies that one. Foul territory and just out of reach on the third base side. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera out there in right field, my friends, giving you that view. Next one coming. Ground ball to first. Out there on a fair ball. Runner down to second base. That was borderline fair or foul, Ruben.
Close way to call it.
2 down in the inning. And up steps Mila Pedraza. Drove in a runner first time up. Takes ball 1. Coverage here on Rio Sports Live coming your way on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Share, follow. If you're watching on our Facebook, like the page. Subscribe on our YouTube channel if you're there. There's a ground ball. Third baseman cuts it off, flips it across, inning over. So Ontiveros does her job. She keeps it right where it's at. In the inning for the Heat. No runs, a hit, and one left on base. We head to the fourth, top side of the fourth. Heat lead this one, but the big guns are coming up for Chihuahua. This is Rio Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're Los Rectos Volleyball, and you're watching Real Sports Live. We're the Life for Cheerleaders.
Back here in McAllen, Texas, give a shout out to the city of McAllen for putting on this for the Boys and Girls Club of McAllen, assisting us by providing the tent coverage. The Parks and Rec was out here earlier in the week helping us with the platform to get set up in right field. Anytime someone asks us if we are capable of broadcasting something, the capabilities are far and wide, but then the logistic part of it, can we get cameras in place? Can we get internet established? Can we get crews protected? That's where we give a shout out in that direction. The Pony International people, the McAllen Parks and Rec, Boys and Girls Club, all integral parts in teaming up and helping us to provide a quality broadcast here. Dulce Ontiveros stands in, and away we go. Ruben takes over.
Ontiveros aquí piensa abriendo la cuarta entrada. Después va Valeria Rodríguez y Dayana Frías Sánchez. 4, 5, 6 en turno aquí abriendo la cuarta entrada. Gracias por visitando aquí la transmisión aquí en Rio Sports Live en vivo directo desde McAllen, Texas. Ontiveros que caminó por base por bola en segunda entrada. En su segundo turno en el bate. Lanzamiento cae por un strike.
Remember, all Chihuahua needs is a base runner to have the tying run on base. Xtreme Heat has out hit them 4-2, lead them 2-1 as we're here in the fourth.
Lanzamiento y una bola y un strikes. El batazo que va sobre de foul. Mia Ferrer para Xtreme Heat ha conseguido 4 punch outs sobre Ortiz, Loya, Cisneros y Velo.
Barris with a mighty swing there. Just got a piece of it for a foul ball.
Batazo imparable sobre jardín izquierdo y cae fair para Heat.
They're going to call that a foul ball. Ooh, that was close, close, close.
And Joe, that ball from here looked like it just stayed fair from our angle right behind home plate, but I don't mind. So el batazo pica de foul. Muy, muy cerca de pecar de Heat por la línea de jardín izquierdo.
That was close.
Una bola de 12 strikes sobre Dulce Ontiveros. Lanzamiento muy bajo sobre la tierra. Igualiza la cuenta, 2 bolas y 2 strikes.
That was set up by the last 2 pitches. One in which Ontiveros had a big swing, fouled it straight back, and then the next one, the near down the line double.
Batazo que pica de foul sobre la línea de primera base. 2 bolas y 2 strikes hoy para Ontiveros.
There had Ontiveros fooled on that pitch. That's what you call good hitting. Just to get a piece of it, prolong the at-bat, get out of that batter's box, stand back in, and wait for the next one.
Imparable sobre jardín izquierdo que va de foul de vuelta. Y por muy poco, Ontiverios anda buscando jardín izquierdo.
A little easier call that time for the home plate umpire, too, because that one was ripped hard, but pulled well foul. Count stays 2-2.
Batazo imparable que va de foul de vuelta y Dulce Ontiverio sigue buscando el área de jardín izquierdo.
You talk about hitters, and in some cases you use the term not getting fooled. Ontiveros is getting her money's worth at this at bat. She is on these pitches. She sees them well. She's just pulling them dead left so far. That time Farah just says, I'm just going to roll one up here. You won't pull this. If you chase this, that's okay, but you won't pull this one.
Cuenta máxima. 3 bolas strikes aquí en el lanzamiento. Y otro batazo de foul. Y buen trabajo aquí de Dulce Ontiverios como el primer bateador en turno, abriendo la cuarta entrada. Sigue peleando con 4 batazos que han ido de foul. 3 sobre jardín izquierdo, 1 que pega para atrás en el red.
Quality at bat for Ontiveros.
4 foul balls she's fired off, Joe. She's hungry as the leadoff hitter. Otra vez intentamos de vuelta, una vez más. 3 bolas strikes y el lanzamiento. Otro batazo de foul. Y Ontiverio sigue bateando y peleando para conseguir el primer hit aquí en la cuarta entrada.
One thing, don't get lost in this. All of these extended innings and now this extended bat. Not many at bats left for Chihuahua in these time games.
Tiene el lanzamiento. Y un batazo otra vez que va de foul. Ya son 6 bolas de foul.
That one she was way out in front of. That pitch was inside and she just turned on it. Ontiveros. I don't think anyone's going to get one out of the park hitting a home run to left field, but she gets one down the line. It's got a chance.
Here comes on deck. Aquí viene el lanzamiento. 3 bolas de strikes. Otro batazo muy elevado y que cae de foul otra vez. Hay 7 bolas de foul. Mientras espera Valeria Rodríguez en turno.
On deck, Valeria Rodríguez is saying, I'm seeing all kinds of pitches here.
Otra vez más intentamos. Cuenta ahí en el lanzamiento. Batazo y lanzamiento muy bajo. Y después de un turno al bate muy largo que vio 7 bolas de foul, Ontiverios camina primera.
What an at bat that time by Ontiveros, though, fouling off all of those pitches, working the count full. Bottom line is, you want your leadoff hitter aboard. Again, she's the pitcher, so she knows what she's trying to do. My team's down 1. I need a base runner. I need to get on base, and she did it.
7 foul balls it took, Joe. Aquí entra Valeria Rodríguez. Toque que va de strike, que falla. Rodríguez, primer turno al bate, un volado a segunda base.
Good job by Federer to come right back at the next hitter. A lot of times you see a hitter on the on-deck circle watching as someone fouls off pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch, and they're dialed in when they step in the batter's box. Getting one past Rodríguez is big to start it off.
0-1, aquí viene el lanzamiento. Lanzamiento bajo por una bola y un strike. Otra vez Ontiveros en primera después de un turno al bate muy largo.
A double-digit pitch at bat for Ontiveros. Rodríguez got to see a lot of good pitches.
Un toque que va a quedar. Aquí viene el disparo primero y está safe en primera. Y otra vez México moviendo la pelota muy poco por poco. Pero ya le carrera de empate sobre segunda base.
Getting down the line in a hurry is Valeria Rodríguez. Sliding into first base. A lot of times you tell players just run through it. Makes it more exciting when you see the slide through. Let's watch on the replay on the right side of your screen, brought to you by South Padre Island. SoPadre.com. Plan your trip if you're visiting South Padre, the Rio Grande Valley.
I might want to go down there to beat the heat and very hot day here in the Rio Grande Valley. Again, Joe, but another example there in Mexico, the small ball playing a key factor It's a slow rolling bunt. Just allowed the runner to get on first. Looks like a pitching change here for Xtreme Heat.
2 aboard, tying run down at second base, and we will see a pitching change. We'll be right back with more after this. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Back here, Rio Sports Live, McAllen, Texas. It's an Extreme Heat day. The Extreme Heat leading now in the game. Good reference. New pitcher.
Okay, Mia Ferrer pulls out of the game with 4 innings pitched, faced 16 batters, 4 strikeouts, allowed 5 walks, 3 hits, and 1 run. As Mia Pedraza steps into the circle for Extreme Hit, un toque que va sobre el montículo, tiro a primera y en el primer out. Pero los corredores avanzan, la carrera de ventaja en segunda, la carrera de empate en tercera base.
Good job on the execution there of pushing the runners across on the perfectly laid bunt. And now, tying run at third. Big at bat for Marisol Peña.
Marisol Peña en su segundo turno al bate. Se puso por base en bola en el primer turno, en la segunda entrada. Y lanzamiento que cae de strike, 0 bola en strike. Rodríguez sobre segunda, Ontiveros sobre tercera. Ontiveros la carrera de empate para México.
Time called there as the wind blew a big cloud of dust right across from third base towards first base. You can see it's picking up quite a bit.
El aire muy recio aquí en McAllen. Y cae de strike, 0 bola, 2 strikes. Pesca Peña buscando la bola. Un calor aquí en McAllen, Texas, un calor muy sabroso, temperaturas a 103 grados. Cero bola y 2 strikes, tiene el lanzamiento. Batazo que pica sobre de foul.
And you're just getting a piece of that.
Un batazo bueno aquí para Chihuahua, puede traer la carrera de empate en Ontiverios y hasta una carrera de la ventaja Rodríguez en segunda. Lanzamiento, 0 bola y 2 strikes. Un toque que va sobre segunda, aquí está la parada. Y cae la carrera de empate para Chihuahua.
That'll tie it up. It didn't take a hit. All it took was something to the right side, and Peña gets the job done. Another sacrifice on the 4-3 putout. RBI, runner down at third base. New ball game at 2 apiece here in the 4th.
Y ahora la carrera de ventaja sobre tercera para Valeria Rodríguez. Aquí viene batador bueno hoy para Chihuahua. Viene Marisol Magallanes a batear. Que entra por Victoria Ortiz. Marisol Magallanes espera su segundo lanzamiento. Que cae fuera de bola. Una bola y un strike.
Batting in place of Ortiz. Ortiz, the second baseman. We'll see if she stays in the game for Chihuahua.
Una bola y un strike, 2 outs, empate juego, corredor de ventaja en tercera. Lanzamiento. Lanzamiento muy elevado para Magallanes. Sube la cuenta, 2 bolas y 1 strikes.
If both of these crowds get into this place could get loud. Chihuahua fans coming to life. So far, the Heat have been leading the whole way. I think this place is going to get real loud before it's all said and done.
It's a 16U championship game. It's all about, Joe. Lanzamiento que cae sobre the strike, igualiza la cuenta. 2 bolas, 2 strikes.
Pedraza lacing one right down the line off of that plate. The dark area of the plate, as they call it. Painted it for the strike.
Los públicos de Xtreme Heat y Chihuahua, los fanáticos muy emocionados a la pora. 2 bolas, 2 strikes, 2 outs, corredor en tercera. Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Batazo elevado que pica de foul. Atrás de home, 2 bolas, 2 strikes, sigue la cuenta.
Pedraza in relief. You see her out there. She's battling. She wants this out. She knows how important that run is down at third.
Lanzamiento, 2 bolas, 10 strikes. Muy bajo y se llena la cuenta máxima. Batazo elevado sobre el shortstop, va a caer y cae. Tercer out, pero antes que Chihuahua anota otra carrera y se empata el juego. Aquí vamos a la baja cuarta después de esto aquí en Rio Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
We're the Lady Cougars and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Here we go. 1 minute left in this timed game, and that means, Ruben Rodriguez, yes, 1 run by the Xtreme Heat, and they are the champions of this 16U Pony International World Series. If they don't score a run, extra innings, and then anything goes. And like I said, I think this place is going to get really loud as here we go into the bottom of the 4th.
It's been an exciting fast 2 weeks here, and then again, Xtreme Heat fans show out in full force. They're up to the foul line, up to the wall, down in left field. And the Chihuahua faithful coming in. They brought the noisemakers, fans from Mexico, some of the most passionate fans we've seen here so far throughout this tournament.
Sofia Garza steps in, leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to her, up and away, ball 1. Now, the Heat have certainly had opportunities. You talk about 2 on, nobody out in the first, got to run across. The first 4 reach base in the second, just 1 run to show for that. They've had opportunities in every inning. Here's a high pop up into right field, and that drops for a base hit to start it off. Right fielders have had trouble for the past 3 days with balls hit out into that very area. Ruben, it's a combination of the wind, the way it's blowing, sunshine, all factors not in favor of the fielders.
New pitcher coming in here for Chihuahua. We'll tell you all about it after this.
And we'll go ahead and keep it here. I want to remind you fans that also on our website, RioSportsLive.com, is our channels. 24-hour channels running. This game obviously is on our premium channel right now. St. Joseph, Brownsville, the St. Joe Academy, has their own channel established. Right now these channels are just under the initial phase in which they're running continuous feeds of either live or pre-recorded content. And then once everything is approved on the Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, you'll start to see the transition of these channels, and then you'll see the inclusion of additional channels as we'll be meeting with, for instance, we're meeting with Los Fresnos this week. We are meeting with Raymondville this week, Mission, Brownsville, Sherryland. Many of the schools that have been marketing partners with Rio Sports Live, we are looking to add on and contribute to what will eventually be the Rio Sports Live network of channels. But the 2 channels are fully operational right now. St. Joe has an archive game going on. This game on the premium channel on our website, RioSportsLive.com, is running right now. So fans that are watching, I know you're watching on social media, but make the note that this is eventually going to a network of channels. And just like everything else we've done thus far on Rio Sports Live, those channels free of charge on the subscription, free of charge for the fans. We do not charge schools to broadcast our games. It'll be all powered by advertising revenue, but certainly opportunities with the upcoming network. Here we go. Runner on board. Kira Sosa stands in, and ball 1 nearly gets away. Great job by the catcher behind the plate to keep that in front of her.
Janine Loya now in the circle here for Mexico. Dukes and Diveros' final stats: 4 innings pitched. She faced 15 hitters, no strikeouts, allowed 1 walk, 8 hits, and 2 runs that come in during her tenure on the circle. And Janine Loya in the circle now for Mexico.
All 2 misses. Sosa's been part of the offense. She's got a hit in her only at bat. Came around to score a run. She's 1 for 1 on the day. That run down at first base represents the winning run, represents the championship run, if you will, for this 16 and under International World Series for the Xtreme Heat. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Now again, you mentioned earlier, Joe, somehow if Chihuahua can pull out these 3 outs, ITB comes and anything goes, and this place is getting erupted. If there was a roof on this place, they would have blown it off. But luckily we're playing outside.
If there was a roof on this place, the wind would have blown it off in the past couple of days. Time called. The Chihuahua head coach wants to potentially do a switch. He's going to bring in a new catcher. And he's trying to make sure everyone is fresh in positions. Rodriguez may have caught that last game, and Ruben at this point in time can't afford a pass ball or anything past her. And this is showing the depth on some of these teams, the international teams. These players, you talked about it at the pregame show, they have national experience. They're gaining. These are 16 and unders. These are some names that'll be on the international scene, potentially playing at high levels in Mexico.
Of course, some of these players may be also be making their way into the D1 level here in collegiate softball, and how many of these kids are already getting looked at from the national team for the Olympics and the time when that rolls around in 2024.
Those watching on our Facebook, I know I throw this out there a lot. Like and follow our page. When we do talk to advertisers, the first thing they ask are, what are your numbers? And we measure them by likes and follows, views, minutes viewed. So those are the 4 areas that we have to have real-time discussions with advertisers on. Am I sponsoring something or am I marketing? And in this case, with 1 million+ views coming through on the average on a monthly basis, it is a marketing, but it also needs to be backed up by numbers. And in this case, like and follow our page. That's the first simple thing I ask you to do. on this free service that we're providing for you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. It additionally helps us in what we're doing. 2-1 the count. Next pitch coming in. Bunted. Foul ball. Strike 2.
I mentioned earlier they played back-to-back games. Now Mike DeBello behind the plate here for Chihuahua again. Mentioned earlier, folks, while our last game was going on between Premier and Thunder, Mexico was going at it against Del Rio Nitro in a shootout where they held off to win 4-3 the final inning on a strikeout.
It's knocking off a quality team from Del Rio. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. 1 down.
Janine Loya makes her presence felt early on with a huge strikeout off Kira Souza. And if you're Mexico, you're Chihuahua, this is what you continue to do. You find off because you got the harder lineup coming up. You got Cantu, who got on board off a single last at. Perez, who walked, and Fredette, who also got on board. So what you do now is you try to shut down that defense because this is the hot zone of the lineup for Extreme Heat.
First pitch coming to Cantu. Low ball 1. Watching, we got a chance to walk over there and watch the final couple of outs against the Nitro. And at that time, if memory serves me right, this was the pitcher on the mound to close that game out. And so big-time moments coming up here. Next one coming in. Swing and a foul ball, a late swing and a strike to Brianna Cantu.
And Cantu 1 for 1 with the single. She was called out at third on that double play attempt. In the bottom half of the second inning was the first out. And this is the hot zone for that Extreme Heat lineup. Everyone here up until Hinojosa got on board, so Perez and Ferrer also got on board.
Cantu stands in, waits. Here it comes. Low. Runner goes. Throw to second. Woo! Safe just in time.
A hot bullet of a throw there, Bello.
That throw was as perfect as you get. It got down to where all the shortstop had to do was catch it. And the runner was going to slide into him. Umpire said foot got there just ahead of it. Let's take a look at the replay. Sponsored by Josh Moody Loans. It's going to be right in your screen as this throw comes across. Just missed it.
It's Mike DeVelo. Again, firing a throw off, and here comes Mexico's coaching staff. Not happy with that call, but again, that was good recovery by Mike DeVelo. That ball got down. She bobbled it a bit. The ball got to the dirt, runner went. She picked up and fired it off. And again, Joe, perfect throw on the money, right down and into the zone at second base. She's safe right now, but Mexico trying to plead their case.
It's one of those when you coach that, when you're working that play as a catcher, and you're trying to throw out a runner stealing, the perfect throw, if it's a close play, is the throw in which all the fielder has to do is catch the ball, and the tag is applied by simply having the glove in the exact right spot, and that's where they had that. Now what happened was the perfect counter to that is get your leg around that tag and your lead leg touch the bag just ahead of the tag. Runner at second base represents the winning run for the Extreme Heat. Cantu digs in. She could deliver with a hit. Takes a ball low. I don't even have to tell you results of pitches now. The groans and the moans and the cheers of the crowd will orchestrate that for you. Anything close, not called a strike, will be a groan from Chihuahua. Cantu digs in. Strike called. Silence that time.
I want to go back to that last pitch a few moments ago, that 2-1 that became the 3-1. That pitch was as close as any go. Just missed the zone by a hair or two, but again, Janine Loya, again, she closed out the game against the Nitro, and she's looking to continue that presence in this one.
3-2 pitch, headed home. Swinging a ground ball, foul ball, third base side.
Drama continuing to build here in this 16U championship game.
It's almost as expected with this Chihuahua team. The travels they've taken to get to this game haven't been the ho-hum variety.
Wow, faithful out in full force.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch to Brianna Cantu. Swing and a high fly ball. That's trouble. Right field. Coming in. Right fielder. Dives. Made the catch. Made the catch in right field. Saves the game. Let's take a look at that. I know we got that on the replay screen. This is a game-saving play, my friends. Diving catch in right field. Runner had to stay on board. What a play. 2 down.
And it's been said time and time again, Joe. Big-time games require big-time players and big-time plays. Outstanding grab in center field. Could have been the difference maker. Could have been the walk-off. She had to cover a lot of ground. Again, the wind not playing a factor. That ball was blowing dead center. Wind cut it short a bit. She was playing a little bit towards right center, and she tracked a lot of ground, but makes a crucial second out, Joe. And I have no words.
Lauren Perez steps in. Heat still have that winning run down at second base. Now it's going to take a 2-out something. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Perez going right after it. She walked her first time up. She wants to be the hero. Anyone that delivers a hit right now is the hero for the Xtreme Heat. Perez trying to get on at least. Mia Fetter is on deck, and she's rooting right here. There's a ground ball to first, off the first baseman, picked up, stepped on, extra innings, here we come.
Anything goes, Joe.
Again, it goes back to a diving play made in right field. Show it to you once again. Just in case you weren't with us. All out diving catch. That lands, it bounces, the runner takes off and probably scores. We head to the 5th extra innings. It'll be ITB extra innings. And so we'll try to explain that on the fly. When we return, excitement in the 16 and under Pony International World Series from McAllen returns after this.
Sports Live.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
I love what I do. I
I
really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Awesome!
Back here, Rio Sports Live. ITB rules extra innings means runner at second base to start the at-bat for Chihuahua. And excitement continues. Here as a new hitter comes into play for Chihuahua, wearing number 13 on the roster.
Karime Solís empezará el juego hoy. So aquí empezamos la quinta entrada. Extra entradas aquí presentada por Rio Sports Live. So corredor piensa en segunda. Cada extra entrada aquí. Viene Karime Solís para empezar el juego hoy para Chihuahua. Abriendo la quinta entrada. Yo, it was in that 5th inning they pulled the comeback off against the Thundersticks, and so we see some 5th inning magic once more.
Bottom 3 in the lineup for Chihuahua.
Un toque que va sobre el montículo. Aquí va el tiro a tercera y la bola se pasa y los dos quedan safe. Y aquí va el corredor a segunda. Y Karime Solís avanza a segunda.
All right, so they go with a small ball with a bunt to advance a runner into scoring position. Xtreme Heat go for the big play attempt. And that is try to get the out at the base.
Marisol Magallanes en tercera base.
There's a little foul ball.
Que va de foul. Bueno, la cuenta es 0-1, 0 bola y 2 strikes aquí para Regina Ramírez Rodríguez. Aquí abriendo la quinta entrada. Magallanes en tercera. Karime Solís sobre segunda. Cuenta 0 bola y 1 strikes. Y para Regina Ramírez Rodríguez. Y sale el calor, sale el sol, un calor muy sabroso aquí en McAllen. Una bola, 0 bola y 1 strike. Que da elevado de foul y lo atrapan en la red.
Oh, she caught that ball right up against the screen. That is not an easy play. Calissa Izagiri, huge out right there.
Again, Joe, I said it earlier, big-time plays, big-time games require big-time players, and that was a big catch. Already 2 big catches in back-to-back innings. We're being blessed by the softball gods out here. Aquí mete Cisneros, María Cisneros, que ponchó en su primer turno al bate en la tercera entrada.
Interesting to see if Chihuahua goes with small ball, lay down a bunt, see if you can get that run across. Via the bunt, they've showed the ability to bunt well.
Tiene el lanzamiento, que va de strike. Pero bola y 2 strike.
She showed a bunt. Now 0-2. Oh, could she use a strikeout here?
Meto alto. 2 bolas y 2 strikes aquí sobre Cisneros. Otra vez Cisneros. Tomó su primer turno al bate en la tercera entrada. Abaniqueó y ponchó para el tercer strikeout para Mia Ferrer.
Here's the best pitch Pedraza's got. Guarantee she's bringing her best.
2-2, lanzamiento. Batazo que pica de foul sobre la línea de tercera base. Muy juego, muy interesante. Muy emocionante las porras de Chihuahua, las porras de Xtreme Heat haciendo mucho ruido hoy. 2 bolas, 2 strikes. Pedraza espera el lanzamiento. Aquí va, 2-2 la cuenta. Y muy poquito alto y se llena la cuenta. 3 bolas, 2 strikes.
Okay, you got a base open over there. I mean, you don't have to necessarily bring in the pitch, perfect pitch. You can afford to put her on. It forces an out at any base with 2 outs.
3 bolas, 2 strikes, lanzamiento. Patazo elevado sobre segunda base. Va para atrás y se queda y cae para primer out. Segundo out.
2 outs. Remember, this was second and third, nobody out. And you talk about the word momentum. If Chihuahua does not score here, Xtreme Heat will just race off of that field and they'll bring momentum to the plate.
Aquí entra Lía Medrano. Sencillo en la tercera entrada, su segundo turno al bate. Parazo imparable y va a caer y se va hasta la pared. Viene una carrera para Chihuahua. Medrano va por segunda, va a llegar a tercera, aquí va el tiro y está fuera en tercera, pero cae tercera carrera hoy para Chihuahua.
Big hit delivered, scoring 2 runs with 2 outs. Left fielder I thought was going to make another spectacular play out there for one of these teams. See if we have it on the replay, brought to you by South Padre Island. Just out of the reach of the left fielder. Allowed a couple of runs to come across and score. That out at third ends the inning. But now changes the complexion. Like I said, momentum was going to race off the field with the Xtreme Heat. Now momentum takes a stroll out on the defensive end. Chihuahua, having come back from down 2-0 in this game, have now scored 4 unanswered runs. But the extra innings with the ITB rules, you already got a runner in scoring position for the Heat. Now they'll need to get another base runner to put that tying run on base. Thought we were going to see another great catch out there. One of those game savers in left field. Reminder, if Chihuahua wins this, they do not capture the championship. It just ensures we got another game to do, which means that these teams will play again. This is the benefit of the Xtreme Heat, having gone unbeaten heading into this game.
La gente mirando Chihuahua. Si gana Chihuahua este juego, no quedan campeones. Tienen que jugar otro juego de repechaje. Pero si gana aquí Xtreme Heat, quedan campeones de la sub-16.
Mia Ferra will be the first hitter at the plate for Xtreme. A runner down at second base with nobody out. First pitch is low, gets away, runner down to third. Ball one to Ferreira as well. Her mission as the leadoff hitter here in this inning, first and foremost, was to get the runner in down to third base or home, push that run across. But the bigger mission for these hitters, the early hitters, is somebody else has to get on base to represent the tying run. Ferreira with a 1-0 count, waits, and the next one comes in. Little low, ball two, and that'll get a groan out of the Chihuahua fans.
Very, very close call on that pitch. So, again, Lauren Bettis over at third on the 2-0 count. Mia Ferreira the tying run at the plate.
She waits for the next one, and here it comes. Ball three gets away, run's gonna score. Safe at the plate, 4-3 game, 3-0 count. This game is far from over.
He'd cut down the run. A 3-4 ball game now, Xtreme Heat. The door of opportunity wide open.
Again, Ferra, 3-0 count. Now you go back to traditional baseball / softball. Needing a base runner, heading to count 3-0, take a couple of strikes, one at the least. First pitch coming. Ball four low. And a walk puts the tying run aboard. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning and extra innings.
This brings up a new hitter here for the Xtreme Heat. Mia Pugh digging in for her first at bat.
Mia Pugh is the extra player here for the Heat. She also has some experience, I'm telling you, at big stages. Qualified in track in 3 events at state this past year. Bunts this one foul. Maya Pugh. Qualified in 3 different events at the UIL state track meet. All relays, the 100, the 200, the 400. Talk about big stage opportunity. International World Series, your team's down 1, tying run down at third or first base. Nobody out in the 5th, you're at the plate. Next pitch coming to Pugh. Strike called outside corner.
Pugh can use a good bunt, Joe. You mentioned her accolades on track. She could be using that speed to her advantage here.
Pitcher in the game for Chihuahua. Came in a relief reminder.
Janine Loya.
Here's the next one to Pugh. All outside. Yeah, Maya came in and got out of a runner at second base, nobody out jam in the 4th that propelled this game into extra innings.
Also picked up her first strikeout off Souza.
Gets another strikeout here as she rings up Pugh for the first out of the inning. Now comes the top of the order, though, for the Xtreme, and these hitters have done some damage. Alyssa Izagiri, 2 hits on the day, and 2 trips to the plate. Emma Galvan behind her, 1 for 2 on the day. Runs scored between them as well. Runner at first, 1 out. Izagiri stands in. Takes a fastball for strike 1, right down the middle.
Again, for fans watching one more time, ITB, if Extreme Heat gets the win here, they capture the 16U title. Chihuahua holds off to win. We force a game 2.
Izagiri waits. Here comes the next one. In the dirt. Good job by the catcher. That's backhanding a short hop in the dirt. And still looking down at first base.
And Maite Velo, she had that exceptional throw on down the second where we all thought she was out, the runner was out. Again, that throw was as perfect as you can place it. Just a smidget too late.
Izagiri waits. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by her up high. And that's reaching back for the extra.
Janine Lopez, who's been an exceptional pitcher for this Chihuahua squad throughout the tournament, and she secured the win against Nitro a few moments ago in our previous game.
Count is now 1-2. Chihuahua on top 4-3. Here's the pitch to Izagiri. High, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Izagiri digs back in. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a foul ball.
And Izagiri, you mentioned earlier, Joe, 2 for 2, had a run scored. She's hungry for a 3rd one. That famous hat trick, if you will.
Up against a tough customer out there, spinning the ball home. She waits, and here comes the 2-2 again. Another foul ball. We'll do it again.
Just the drama continuing to build and build and build, Joe. Again, we mentioned earlier, if this place had a roof on it, we'd be blown off, either by the loud fans or by the wind. You take your pick, whichever comes first.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out. Tying run down at first base for the Heat. Here's the 2-2. Outside. And ball 3. Those Chihuahua fans, they didn't get too tired during that game to get them here because they're all energy, trying to push their team forward.
Our skipper not happy with that call, that placement.
Well, anytime you see a catcher set up and a pitcher deliver it right where the catcher set up, you want that call. But if the catcher has the target just off the strike zone, it's still a ball.
Boy, you're looking for a 3rd strikeout of a full count.
Here's the 3-2. Foul ball. Let's do it again. I like that when those foul balls ring off that pole.
And Joe, this is one of those games where you're starting to feel the energy, the passion, the emotion, the raw emotion that you can get anywhere else here. Ooh, it's just a battle of attrition. Who wants it more?
Next pitch is coming. Another foul ball. We saw some quality at bats here in this game between these 2 teams.
The classic matchup. The exceptional pitcher versus the exceptional hitter. Again, he's Agita 2 for 2 with the run. Janine Loya with 2 strikeouts in the circle, looking for her 3rd on a full count.
Loya is ready. Izagiri steps back in. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to short. Throw to second. Out there, over to first. Safe there. They nearly pulled off a double play. 2 down.
Here he reaches first off the fielder's choice on the what would have been the double play. And we've seen Mexico turn double plays all tournament long.
And here's Emma Galvan. Emma Galvan has a hit. This is the first time she's facing Loya out there. First pitch to her. ball outside.
Well, Galvan 1 for 2. She singled in the bottom of the first, popped up over to center field. Last at bat in the bottom of the third. 1 and 2 on the day is Emma Galvan, the second baseman.
Stands in for the next one. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Hearing the pop of the mitt, that one had some heat on it. And this is where Janine Loya can get dangerous. If she stays consistent, she can turn that consistency into dominance. And she's been doing it so far in this bottom half of the fifth.
Came in relief in the fourth, working here in the fifth. Here's the next one to Galvan. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Blew another one right past her. And Chihuahua is a strike away from pushing us into a final deciding game for the 16 and under International Pony World Series Championship.
Final out forces game 2 here, Joe. That Chihuahua fan base is about to erupt.
Galvan still has a strike she can work with. Tying run down at first base is Kalissa Izagiri. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out, and we'll play another as Chihuahua wins this one by the score of 4-3.
Outstanding playmaking, Janine Loya. Dominant performance from the circle. She came in when her team needed her most, and she did not let down. She delivered. Supplying the match.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our